Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan, and this is the KingCast, the live podcast where we cover the latest Bethesda news. We've got some good news today. We're going to be covering a lot of Fallout stuff at first, and then we're going to get into the Game Awards at the end, but we're going to be talking future Fallout 76 content. Developers John Rush, Bill Acosta, and more did a question and answer yesterday, and they hinted at some pretty cool things coming to Fallout 76. Also, we're going to be talking about Fallout New Vegas Remastered and the Fallout 3 Remaster. And then, as I said, we're going to be talking about the Game Awards December the 11th and what we may see there. Okay, hello everybody and welcome. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me good and see me good. And if so, we will jump right into this thing. It's so good that you have joined me today on this Saturday. Thank you for spending just a little bit of your time right here in the King's Corner on Saturday. Hey, unexpected outcome. Y'all made it back. All right. Dahl, I just saw Dahl come up. He's playing a game. Dahl, you better get over here and watch KingCast. Top Bloke, hey, good to see you. And John, good to see you as well. Y'all, please let me know if y'all can hear me and see me. My favorite person, oh, bless your heart. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to start with Fallout 76 and the AMA yesterday, but we're going to focus on what they talked about coming in the future, okay? Because I think most of us know about the update that's coming December the 2nd, of course, Burning Springs. We just got the roadmap all the way through March, I believe, of 2026. So if you would like to see that, I have a video covering that after the podcast. Y'all see that. But we're going to talk about things that are going to come after that. Now, remember, we are getting a big update in March. We don't know what it is yet for Fallout 76. So just keep that in mind, that one of the things that we talk about here might be that update coming in March, because that's when a new season starts and another update comes. I don't expect March to be a very big update, seeing that December is going to be a full map expansion. I believe they're going to do one big update every year, and then, you know, 2 or 3 smaller updates through the year. So keep that in mind as well, but we should be getting something pretty good in March. Unexpected Outcome says, I'm coming through loud and clear. That's what I was waiting to hear before we jump in to this stuff. Okay, if you haven't heard, Milepost Zero is closing down in Skyline Valley. They are closing it down and moving some of the vendors that you can gain there in Milepost Zero. And by the way, some of them are very good with some very unique things. They are moving them to the new area, Burning Springs, Ohio, and Highwaytown. Highwaytown is going to be a new hub. It's going to be kind of like the White Spring is there in the center part of the map. So be looking for the new vendors. There are several vendors in Highwaytown. I'm right off the top of my head, it's like 4 or 5 vendors at least in Highwaytown, and they're kind of spread out. I don't know why they spread them all out. I wish they would do it kind of in a strip, make it easier. But anyway, so Milepost Zero is closing down. So what are they going to do with Milepost Zero, the cave and all that stuff? Well, John Rush said that a new enemy has forced them out and is moving into that area. And it sounds like to me, it's either new content as far as questing coming or a new event. I lean more toward a new event coming down to Skyline Valley, because a lot was talked about in that AMA about adding to Skyline Valley. A lot of people said we love Skyline Valley, but it's just kind of dead. You know, there's one event, there's a nuke zone event. Well, there's 2 events now with Mischief Night, but it's a seasonal event. And that's about it. And they said, we are going to add to it. So, hey, Grizzled, what's going on? Howdy, howdy. Love watching your channel. Thank you so much. Yes, Jeremy said that like button. Yes, thank you. What's going on? Love the by your join as members of the King's crew. I want to doing that. Y'all don't know how much memberships and super chats and all that help, that they really are the only payment I get most of the time. So thank y'all so much. And I am looking for ways and things to do just for my members. So there's going to be some members only, and I know I've been saying this, but there is going to be some members only content coming up. But I want to make it very special. I just don't want, just something. So if you ever remember, please think about that as well. Also remember, and I mentioned this right off the bat, the super chat is up. A war is here. Well, so okay, with all that said, let's go back. So I decided that they're going to be doing more Skyline Valley, and for that kind of thing to be what comes this spring in March, something kind of small like that, updating Skyline Valley, adding an event to Skyline Valley. I can very much see that. Okay. Also, he talked about reworking the workshops. Now, this is very interesting. I know most people, it froze up on me, but y'all let me know if it does that again. I saw it do that. My internet does that sometimes, especially when there's other folks in the house using it. He talked about nuclear winter. Believe it or not, when we talk about nuclear winter on here as well, that there are still some that want to do PvP, but not in the main map. Y'all know how it is. Everybody wants to help everybody. That's just how it goes. So they talked about a couple of ideas about how to bring in PvP in an event type thing. And yes, he talked about reworking the workshops where that could be a faction battle between factions, the Enclave versus the Free States, or the Brotherhood of Steel versus, the Responders, whoever it is, but it may be a factions-based thing like that. I also mentioned, and I really want y'all to suggest this, within the code of the game, and we talked about this yesterday while I was live streaming, but within the code of the game, there is an event at Prickett's Fort where you can join either the Union Army that defends Prickett Fort or the Confederate Army that is attacking Prickett's Fort. This would be a perfect event for a nuclear winter type PvP event, because the reason they don't want to do nuclear winter is because it takes too many people. It takes a whole set of devs and everything just to watch it and keep it, and mainly to keep people from cheating on it, but updating it and all things like that. I would love to see them, instead of changing all the workshops to something like this, I would rather see them do a couple of PvP type events. And Prickett's Fort is the perfect place to have a battle. So you got one people defending the fort, other people attacking the fort. That sounds like a lot of fun. And I'm not a PvP guy. So if you have time this week, write a note to Bethesda. You can either go through Fallout 76, the game itself, and write up a ticket and suggest it, or you can go on their Discord page, suggestion page, or their Reddit suggestion page and suggest to bring back the Prickett's Fort battle PvP. I think that would be great. And yes, this is Walter. Anyone that gives a super chat gets a Walter, and I'll just give you one for free.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, there you go. Walter says several different things. So, yes, you get a Walter if you give me a super chat. That's been a tradition on this podcast since the beginning. And then Elvis, the actual president of the company, the owner of the company of these bobbleheads, actually sent me 3 Elvis bobbleheads, because I was talking about how desperately I wanted an Elvis bobblehead, because the Queen is the one that likes Walter. So there you go. So yes, we have Walter and we have Elvis. So y'all write them tickets up. Again, I think March is when we're going to see some additions to Skyline Valley. Okay. He also mentioned, and we've talked about it here on the podcast many times. I hope I was one of the first ones to let y'all know this, that Burning Springs is only part 1 to the story, not necessarily of Ohio, but of the Rust King and the Ghoul. So there's not really a end to the story of the Rust King. and the ghoul as well. The ghoul's just there doing bounty hunting stuff. So it's just part one. They're working on a part two. This is where we go back into, I really believe we are going to get an expansion to the east side of the map. We got one to the west. You look next year, it'll probably be toward the end of the year, but we're going to have probably an expansion to the east side of the map toward Washington, D.C. Now, it's not going to go into Washington, D.C. proper, but it's going to be on the outskirts of Washington, D.C., because I believe this was where the Rust King was headed. If y'all want to look at my video about future content tease, this is where I show you inside of Burning Springs. You can find a vertibot and a cage. They were carrying the Rust King across Ohio, then across West Virginia, and going to Washington, D.C., or just outside of Washington, D.C. And I believe this is going to be a enclave-based DLC-sized map expansion again coming next year. So they were asked again about, are we going to get any expeditions? And I know we always think about expeditions when it comes to going to Washington, but he doubled down and said again, no, people want to stay on the map instead of going outside the map. In fact, when asked about expeditions, he said he changed the script right after saying that and said there is also a new raid planned, which I believe might be one of the other updates we get next year. Now, I've got some thoughts on what I would like to see in a new raid. I love the tougher, the harder content there in the raids. I definitely got some ideas, and we'll talk about that after I get through the news. But yes, he did confirm there is a new raid coming soon. So that's very interesting news as well. One thing I do not like about the upcoming Burning Springs is if you've played it in the PTS. Oh, thank you, Psycho. See, Psycho gave a super chat of $2, so he gets Walter. Here you go, Walt. Here you go, Psycho.
What am I, doorbell?
Yes, you're our doorbell. Thank you, Walter, and thank you, Psycho. I appreciate it so much. Lelouch is here. I have an idea on what they could do. That would be great idea for warfare. Use the entire map as a sort of war zone, how some MMOs do it, and section up the map so that the workshops are the faction control areas. That's interesting. And they are definitely doing some workshops in that direction. Didn't go into detail, but I love that idea where, the bonders. I love that. Absolutely love that. And they have it so that the players join a team. There goes my internet again. Golly, come on, internet. Sorry about that if it's going on and off. They have it so that the players join a team and sign up for the war. That's PvP, PvE. I love that. Yes. Walter Doorbell would be awesome. Yes, it would. Okay, if you played the PTS of Burning Springs, you know that the river, the Ohio River, is blocked off right now. You cannot cross the river anywhere you want to. In fact, the only place you can cross over into Ohio right now is across the Silver Bridge in Point Pleasant. Now, I do not agree with this at all. I understand why they did it. They said they actually tested it both ways, with the river open and then the river closed. But there were two reasons that they closed off the river. Now, y'all listen to this, because this goes into future content for Fallout 76 again, okay? Number one, quest line for Burning Springs starts just across the Silver Bridge going into Ohio. So they wanted everybody to go in the same place so that you didn't get confused how to start the quest line. Yeah, I don't think that's a great idea. But anyway, I understand. Number two, though, this is where it's big. They said they didn't want to have the river open because they know a lot of people like to build on the river, and then they would have to bulldoze those houses when they open it up to something else. So, and she said this twice she said it about not wanting to destroy people's houses, that they may have something else planned for that river area. So it appears, yes, the river is going to be opened up but it might be some questing or adventuring or something along that river. So that was great news. Two ways there that yes, they're going to open the river and they've got other content expected for the Ohio River. I love that. So not only is Burning Springs just the first part of the story, evidently they're going to add to Burning Springs, especially along the river. So again, they plan things years in advance. I'm not saying when exactly these are going to come out, but we just went over about 4 ideas, and some of those you can expect to see this year in the updates. Again, I believe we're going to get one big update coming in 2026, and then about 3 smaller updates is how they're going to do it. So also he mentioned the next gen upgrade that is coming this spring, and talked about it a little bit. And there's going to be lighting and graphics upgrades as well, and those are going to be added along the way to the spring. So kind of incrementally, that's not the word, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to sit here and boy, my tongue just went incremental. I see. I hate when you do that on screen. It happens to everybody, though. It even happened to one of the Bethesda guys the other day. His mind just went blank. But anyway, they're going to install them along the way as we get to the spring, and the next gen upgrade is coming. Probably might be that March update, which that would be the spring as well. So even though the AMA was not, yeah, there you go, that word right there that Psycho typed. Even though they weren't talking about future content, that's all what I always listen for these AMAs for. By the way, if you want to see the AMA in full, I have a live stream on my channel where we covered it, and I gave that out, so you can check that out as well after this broadcast. So remember, a new raid coming. They are adding to Skyline Valley. They're probably going to put an event where Milepost Zero is. They're also going to be adding to Burning Springs and the river, opening it up and continuing the story of the Rust King and the Ghoul. And finally, that Washington, D.C., or the outskirts of Washington, D.C. map expansion. I do believe it 100%. We're getting that map expansion to the east. John Rush has said it too many times for it not to be true. Okay, we will cover some more in Fallout 76 a little bit later in the show. If y'all have any questions or comments, please get them to me, and we'll talk about those things and more in Fallout 76 in just a little bit. Let's go over some Fallout 4 news, and then we'll get into Fallout New Vegas Remastered, and then the Gaming Awards. Fallout 4. First, I want to give my disappointment. I never put out a video on this. I wanted to calm down. So now I'm calm. I can talk about it. But I do want to express my disappointment in Bethesda with the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. I, for one, was very excited for it. And day one, I could not even play it. Day two, it was barely playable. The good news is, though, they've already had a hot fix for it and an update for it, and they're planning more updates for the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. However, there is no excuse for it not to have been done on day one. They've literally had 2 years to do it. Now, I don't understand fully about game development. Obviously, that's not my forte, but evidently you can have something working there at the studio where 3 or 4 people are playing it, and when it goes live to millions of players or hundreds of thousands of players, it changes the dynamic. I'm guessing that's how it is, because if it acted like it acted for us in the studio, then that's even worse. But I can imagine that it acts totally different once you release it to other people, which is why we have the PTS in Fallout 76. But still, there is no excuse for a 2-year game being that way. And by the way, now Fallout 4 on Steam, sadly, is mostly negative just because of the last 2 years and what they've done to Fallout 4. Now, the good news is about Fallout 4. Again, there are more updates coming in December, early December. We're going to have an update that actually It reminds you of how 76 was. Yeah. Um, and Lelouch says an Enclave update cannot come soon enough. Amen. John, we're going to talk about Fallout New Vegas Remaster very, very soon. So just hang on. I promise we're going to talk about it next. What was I going to say? Oh, December update for Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. They're actually going to update the size of the mods, the size of the creations that can be done, which is very huge news, by the way. Right now, the creations are very small that you can have. That's why they have the Bounty Hunter one, the Beast Hunter one that I actually did on live stream this week, but nothing major, nothing like Watchtower and Starfield or anything. But coming in December, they are upgrading that, which is great, great, great. What's up? Hey, hey, Electric Z as well. Hello, King. Gosh, my eyes are just blurry today. 100. Oh, you're sipping on a cocktail. Okay. How's your night going? Well, I got my sweet tea here, so I guess that's good. I'm looking forward to a lot more creations coming as soon as they updated. And in fact, the creation sizes are going to be growable up to 100 gigs is what they're talking about starting in December. So that's amazing. And they're going to be doing, of course, more fixes and more creations coming. In fact, there is a free rifle Bethesda is giving away in the December one that has a little quest with it, a little puzzle quest and stuff with it. So it's looking better for Fallout 4. In fact, I played Fallout 4 for about 2 hours today and didn't have a problem with it at all. It ran smooth. The creations ran smooth. So again, no excuse for it taking that long to get there. But the good news is it is working much better. And as soon as hey, Vault-Tec Spy, good to see you, man. As soon as that creations update gets here where you can have 100 gigabyte creation, that's going to be amazing when Gap and some of those others are bringing them. But again, I thought that was going to be there on day one. They've had 2 years, and I know I'm belaboring a point, but they should have had those ready on day one. But maybe they'll be here in time for the TV show. Okay, Fallout New Vegas Remastered and Fallout 3 Remastered. Let's talk about those two for just a minute, okay? I want to talk about them being, yes, confirmed, obviously, and the timeline for when we may see Fallout 3 Remastered and Fallout New Vegas Remastered. First, I want to say, I don't know if y'all realize it, but I'm one of the only ones that has covered Fallout New Vegas Remastered up to this point. You can look online now. The Gaming Bible has picked it up, but that was after I put out my video. And a couple of other like that have written an article on it now that I've put out my video. But I was the first, as far as I know, to put out a video on Fallout New Vegas Remastered being confirmed by a Microsoft insider. If y'all know who Jez Corden is, he's the one who told us about the Oblivion Remastered, and he definitely is one of those. I would call him he only leaks good stuff, by the way. That's the way you can know he definitely has an inside track to insiders. When they want to kind of get some good news out, they'll give it to him. But somebody was talking about the Fallout 3 remaster and wishing that there was a Fallout New Vegas, and he literally said there is a Fallout New Vegas remaster coming too. So that's huge news coming from him, and you can watch. It may be a week or so, but you're going to have more people pick up on this and start talking about this. I'm just glad for once I was one of the first ones to put it out there. So when might we see these? Now, Oblivion Remastered took 4 years to do. We know that. That's what Virtuous Studios told us. So if Virtuous, now y'all listen to me carefully, okay? If Virtuous Studio, if that one same studio is doing both Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas Remastered, then this is your timeline. Fallout 3 Remastered is 3 years away, and Fallout New Vegas Remastered is 7 years away. However, Microsoft has many, many, many studios to call on, and I don't think we're going to be waiting 7 years for Fallout New Vegas remastered. Okay. I think Unexpected Outcome was the one that talked to me about this, but I want y'all to hear this idea. I know and have been telling y'all for a long time that Microsoft has talked to Obsidian numerous times about Fallout specifically. In fact, we know, Unexpected Outcome. She's already saying it. Yes, that's what I'm about to talk about. You also know that they have actually hired the original writer for Fallout New Vegas back to Obsidian, and he said that was just an opportunity that I couldn't pass up, meaning the game that they are currently working on. If y'all know, of course, Outer Worlds 2 is out, so Obsidian, we don't know what they're working on right now. Could it be a Fallout spinoff? Could it be Fallout New Vegas 2? Or this is a possibility. Could they be actually doing a remake? Now, listen to me carefully. A remake of Fallout New Vegas. And I'm going to tell you why it would have to be a remake. Chris Avalon, Tim Kaine, and several have talked about the source code for Fallout New Vegas is, number one, most of them are gone. They don't even know if they have any anymore. Tim Kaine said he threw all the ones away when he left. And Chris Avalon said the source code that they have, or if they have one, is so unstable, it may not be good enough to do a remaster off of, like we had with Oblivion. So could Microsoft have hired Obsidian to remake the graphics using the original voice lines and all that, the original music, the original voice lines and all that, but do a remake of Fallout New Vegas? That is highly, highly possible, guys. If that's happening, I would again say probably about 3 to 4 years for Fallout New Vegas. I just don't think it's going to be that 7 years. I don't think Virtuous is going to be the only one doing remakes. And I do think we're going to get Fallout 3 remastered before 3 years. There was a leaker that said we might get it as early as this spring. I don't know if I'm that. That's a little bit early for me, but I definitely think it's going to be more along the lines of 2 years for Fallout 3 remastered and then less than 4 years for Fallout New Vegas remastered. Hi, my queen.
You didn't pull my chair in here?
Well, no, because you left me for other stuff.
I didn't leave you for other stuff. I've been working
Tell everybody
on stuff
hello.
all day. Hi, guys.
There's Miss Queen.
Oh, I have to go this way. This is a really bad angle, though. Look, my hair clip.
Aren't you supposed to do that? Aren't you supposed to do that stuff before you get on camera?
Yeah, you should not do that on camera here. How are you guys?
Let you talk to him for a minute while I read some of these.
I didn't abandon him. He was probably in here belly aching. I was making cake.
I have not even mentioned you, actually. No, we've been talking news so much.
You haven't even mentioned me?
Not today. Not today. I did not. I'm sorry. Electric Z says a Fallout 5 without the creation engine is what I want. Wow. It is possible we might get a Fallout spinoff without it, but I don't know, guys.
Hey, why is Elvis front and center and not
the creation? Because you're not here, and Elvis is more important. The creation engine is what makes Bethesda games Bethesda. And yes, I know it makes their graphics behind, but especially in a Fallout game, you can't pick up all the stuff. I just don't know even how it would work on an Unreal Engine, but that's for another day.
Now the show is really starting. Y'all are so great. Me and my no mascara, no lip gloss, just me, y'all. It's just me.
Psycho says I would be way more excited for Fallout 3 New Vegas than Fallout 5. Guys, I would not be surprised if they try to drop them almost simultaneously. How about a bundle of Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas remastered in a bundle, in a shadow drop? How would that be in a couple of years? Wouldn't that be amazing? That would be great.
Hey, your sign looks pretty cool.
It does. Unexpected outcome says any reason that Obsidian won't be doing New Vegas. That's what we talked about. I know Obsidian's working on something Fallout. I know it in my bones. It's either a spinoff, it's either Fallout New Vegas 2, or it's actually Fallout New Vegas remake. Okay. They need to fire Emil. His writing is terrible. Amen. Give me a high five. I would. I don't want to see anybody fired, but send him over to Ubisoft or somewhere else.
Ubisoft. What the heck is that?
It's another game studio. Hey King, what do you
real name?
What do you think about all the layoffs and the restructuring at multiple game studios? I hate the layoffs. Absolutely hate the layoffs. I love your name again, Guitar and Gaming. That's just perfect.
Why didn't you think of that?
I know. However, the only good thing that came out of all those layoffs is they did restructure Bethesda Game Studios, and they did it for the specific purpose of getting games out faster. And no matter how many times I say it, people argue with me every time. I'm telling you, Fallout 5 is under development right now. It is not pre-development. It is under development because they reorganized, and you can actually look and see that Bethesda hired new people. Well, they didn't hire these big name people to come in at the end of a project. They did it at the first of the project, which is Fallout 5. So you have simultaneously working right now is the Elder Scrolls 6 getting to the glue phases, which is the final year or so of the game development, and you have Fallout 5 in full production. Okay, Microsoft is shaking them to get them to do Fallout. And do you not think it's strange that we haven't heard anything about Starfield this year, other than we know something's coming this spring or next year? But isn't it crazy? Starfield took a whole year off. No, because Microsoft is saying we want Fallout. We want Fallout. We want Fallout. I know. So, Queen, what you doing? You're supposed to be reading messages for me.
I mean, I'm just kind of stuck over here on the floor, looking like a bobblehead.
Well, go get your chair. Are you done?
Fine.
Are you done?
Ooh, then my fat shakes.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Well, go get your chair.
We made 60 cake kits.
Go get your chair. They'll wait on you.
No, it's okay. Not doing all that right now.
Psycho said, cake on your side. Electric Z said, howdy, co-host. Golden Dragon, good to see you again, man. Do we know if it will be on the PlayStation, or Microsoft going to pull a fast one and only put it on Xbox and PC? I expect all future Bethesda games to be a delayed exclusive. So yes, they will be coming to PC. They will be coming to Sony, but it will not be day one. I expect that to be Elder Scrolls. I expect that to be Fallout 5. That's just how they're going to do it. As long as Xbox is making consoles, as long as they're putting things on Game Pass, they're going to try to sell their stuff first. So will it be a 6-month time delay? Will it be a year time delay? I think Starfield's time delay has been way too long. 2 years is way too long. I don't expect them to do that again. I think it will be a year or less. So that's my answer to that. If they do another 2 year, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. They need to wait a year at the most. Doing cake sounds. Making spam and eggs for dinner. That sounds good, Dale. Hi from San Antonio. I don't know if I can talk to you, Jeff. Are you pulling for the Longhorns today against my Razorbacks? If so, I may have to wait until next Saturday to talk to you.
I'm even cheering for part of the Longhorn team. Just part.
Out.
Just
Get out.
Part.
Why?
Because Andrew's there.
Get out.
He's working.
Get out. We're actually giving them a good game, and we're terrible this year. Okay. Unexpected Outcome says, I keep wondering why they don't produce something called Fallout the Show that allows viewers to experience a version of the TV show in game. I love that idea. John says, I would love a bundle for Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I mean, really, any Fallout right now would be great. And Electric Z says, that's why I was saying have them make like a Fallout London size mod then put them on Fallout 4 or Fallout 76 and make different servers for those. Absolutely, 100%.
Have you still got a lot of stuff to go over?
Yeah, but I can help you.
No, I'm going to get out of your hair.
Oh,
I'm just kinda...
Stay with us.
Do you see me? I look so whitewashed today. Look at this. You
look beautiful.
Pale and...
You look beautiful.
I love you. That's cute. I see you trying to get me.
Come on. Come on. See, they think you don't want to kiss me. They said the other day that I didn't kiss you right. And I was like, no, it's she that won't kiss me. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the gaming awards, what we might see at the gaming awards.
I kiss you when the camera's not rolling.
And then I'm going to give y'all some things that are outside Bethesda news in the gaming world that I want to talk about.
Have y'all ever wondered why the heck...
Hey, Mr. Skunk Nugget, thank you.
Them kissing someone at their wedding? Like, really, what's the point?
Here, do you want to do this for Mr. Skunk Nugget? A $10 super chat, and he's got that beautiful crown by his name. Get it up by the microphone.
That question is,
was that me?
Go ahead. You hate that one.
Squeezing me, you moron.
Thank you, Mr. Skunk Nugget. I appreciate it. King, how possible is it to see you and the Queen at the West Virginia Fallout Fan Celebration in May of 2026?
Does anybody know the dates yet?
Not yet, no. Okay, this is the deal. Good Lord willing, you're going to see me there. I'm already making plans now to be there.
King shall be there, one way or another. I may have to find a sugar daddy to get him there.
My beautiful Queen, however, has something else that she's putting ahead of you guys and me and going to Salt Lake City instead.
He's about to hack me off.
No, she has something that she has planned every year, and it's part of the business that she does.
It's part of my Melaleuca, and I'm in Salt Lake City every year. So depending on the dates, I already know my Melaleuca dates.
So if they happen to fall on the same weekend, she won't be there, but I'll be there. But hopefully we can both be there.
We are hoping we're both there.
Yes. If y'all haven't heard of this, we talked about this yesterday. Yes, they are planning a Fallout fan celebration in West Virginia.
Did you say I have to dress up if we go?
I'm not sure if they've released where it's going to be yet. I do know where it's going to be. I don't think I would get in trouble by telling them where it's going to be.
Don't.
Okay.
I had to yawn, sorry.
Anyway, as soon as they tell me it's okay to tell y'all where it's going to be in West Virginia, I'll let you know. But yeah.
He did used to do a lot more than kiss at some point. We would have been in so much trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not back then, but
we could have got a stand-in for you. Okay. The gaming awards. Honey, you got to smile through this stuff. You got glitter all over you.
That was not funny. I have comments for that, but I can't say them. It wasn't even funny.
You got glitter all over you. The gaming awards are coming December the 11th.
But I still love you. Don't gripe at me later for my reaction to that.
Okay.
You knew if you said that, I was going to react.
Okay. Could we be getting something from Bethesda December the 11th at the gaming awards? Let me give you some things.
What are you going to dress up as?
The West Virginia fan celebration. Mm-hmm. Oh yes, if Queen comes, by the way, she is wearing cosplay. Maybe we'll do a vote of what they want you to come.
No, we do not leave it up to them. No,
I want her to be a Deathclaw. But y'all tell me what you think Queen should come as in cosplay. I'm coming. Piper. She would make a great Piper. Piper wears a leather trench coat and a press hat with a little press tag. You could do that.
You've told me.
That would be great. You look like Piper.
Not today, I don't.
Well, so that would be good. My cosplay is going to be KingFanMan. That's who I'm coming dressed as. Yes.
I'm dressing up and you're not?
Uh-huh.
No.
We might dress up together.
It's May 2nd and 3rd.
That's after your thing, isn't it?
If it is May 2nd and 3rd, That is before my thing.
Yeah, I will let y'all know. You bought a ticket already? Oh, cool deal. I didn't know they had released it yet. Did they release where it's going to be yet, Mr. Skunk Nugget? Do you know?
Are they going to run out of tickets? Because if they
No.
do, we may not go.
No, we'll be there.
We're not going to be buying tickets.
We know the
anytime
person
soon.
heading it up, so we got a little in there.
We do?
Yeah.
Who's heading it up?
Sassy.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, no location yet. Again, I know where it's going to be. And there's some cool stuff around there. Okay, what could we get on December the 11th? This is the possibilities. Could we finally hear about Starfield and the DLC that's coming this spring? That would be a good time to let us know, a good time to give us a trailer. However, we do have the spring event that is the Xbox thing. So will they do it at December at the Gaming Awards, or will they wait? I'm telling you, I don't think they need to wait anymore with Starfield. Starfield desperately needs some PR or some. They need to not be quiet about. I'm gonna have to get Doll. He's still playing Fallout 4 and not here. I'm gonna go get him. This one.
You're seeing it too. That's
now this one is big, guys. December the 11th just happens to be the 15th anniversary. No, it is the 15th anniversary of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim's announcement. So Skyrim was announced on December the 11th, 15 years ago. Could we get that Elder Scrolls 6 trailer that we already know is made, and it is internally playing in Bethesda Game Studios? It definitely is a possibility.
Is that a Tuesday?
If the Elder Scrolls, December the 2nd or the 11th, I don't know. It's according how far along the Elder Scrolls is. Remember what Todd said. He wants it to be 6 months or less. So if the Elder Scrolls is coming out next year, then we'll get the trailer. If it's not coming out next year, we won't get the trailer. So just think about that. KingFanMan could go as Kate. That's not even funny. Okay, Kate. Another, just a companion in Fallout 4. Fallout T, it's a girl though, Kate. During the Gaming Awards, there are going to be Fallout TV actors as presenters. So they're going to be there already from Paramount and from Amazon. So could it be a great time to get some kind of Fallout announcement like Fallout 3 Remastered? If that leaker was right and Fallout 3 is coming as soon as this spring, we might get that announcement. However, I really look for Fallout 3 Remastered, Fallout New Vegas Remastered, anything like that to be shadow dropped, just like they did Oblivion Remastered. So unless we're actually getting Fallout 3 Remastered on December the 11th, which, by the way, I don't think we are, so please don't go say, King said we're getting it. I don't think it will be announced. So, yes. Okay, I've got some non-Bethesda things to go over with y'all. We've got about 15 minutes left. Let's go into two main things that I want to go over. Number one, have you heard, and we've talked about this before, but now it is confirmed as much as you can confirm it without the studio saying it. Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake, it's not a remaster, it's almost a full remake, is releasing early next year. So we're going to get it we're going to get it first quarter of next year. So I don't know about y'all. I'm not a big Assassin's Creed guy. However, Black Flag, in my humble opinion, is the best Assassin's Creed of any of them. And if you have not played Assassin's Creed Black Flag and you like RPG type things, I would really encourage y'all to play this game. It is magnificent. Unexpected Outcome said cosplay as a member of the King's King. Yeah, absolutely. I've got a King's jacket. I just need a leather jacket with it on there, baby.
What do you need?
A King's jacket, a King's leather jacket. That would be perfect. I could go as the King's. My King's jacket's not leather. So y'all keep that in mind. Let me tell y'all a little bit of the stuff that they're doing to that Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake. They are taking a lot of the modern day parts out, where the character is in modern day, and they're adding more in-game adventures, trying to get it more like the recent Assassin's Creed games. They are adding in all of the cut content back into the game, which is really exciting. So, like Pirate Mary Reed and some other things. Sorry. Okay, thank you, Queen, for stopping by. So sorry. They are overhauling the inventory and combat systems and making it more RPG fashion. And then they're also making things like the small islands less barren and all that. So, again, I encourage y'all to pick this up. I think it's going to be great. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Remake coming early 2026. Okay, the last thing I want to cover with y'all before I open the floor up to let y'all talk about anything you want or ask me anything you want. Have you heard that Xbox has raised their prices twice already in 2025, and they are going to raise it yet again before the end of the year? We've only got a month left, and they are literally going to raise the price of the Xbox again, probably in 2025. I looked up the prices today, and I just quickly did it online where I'm at, and it may even be Black Friday prices. I don't know. But this is the prices. You can get an Xbox S for $449.99. You can get an Xbox X with 1 terabyte for $649.99. And you can get an Xbox X with 2 terabytes for $799, so $800. And that is going up again. Also, the new Steam machine that is coming out, they have announced that it is going to be priced more as all of y'all know, Game Pass went up twice. They doubled their price in Game Pass. I say all this to say this. I think this is very bad. A lot of people pricing out of gaming. There was at one time I had every console there was and a PC. We can't do that anymore. We can't even come close to doing that anymore. We have a PlayStation in our bedroom that was given to us. We have an older Xbox in our living room that was my son's, and I have my PC. So, we've got a little bit, but we're not modern at all in the consoles because it's getting too expensive. It's crazy. And they're wanting to go up on the prices on their games to $80. Now, they walk that back a little bit, but they're going to try to do that. I just hate that they are pricing people out of gaming, because gaming is such a good thing. And it's very helpful for a lot of people, especially people like me that have chronic pain and things like that. I hate it that poor people are being priced out of gaming. So there's my little rant for that. I don't see it stopping either. I don't see the prices going back. Technology, as it goes up, it's supposed to get cheaper, once they invent something. But right now with the competition and everything, the pricing is horrible, in my opinion. So that's just my humble opinion on pricing, but we'll leave that at that. What do y'all have for me? Anything y'all want to talk about? What we did talk about, Fallout 3 Remastered, New Vegas Remastered, anything on Fallout 76, or if y'all have other questions for me or comments, y'all let me know, because the last 5 or 10 minutes of the podcast, we always turn it over to you guys. So just let me know what you want to talk about. And I have enjoyed the podcast already. Dale says, oh, you could go as the sole survivor with Piper as your lady love. Yeah, I like that. I really like coming as a king and then her being Piper. I think that would be great. I would be one of the kings. What is going on? I just had an error pop up. Y'all let me know if the live stream's still going. More than one ingestion is using the primary URL. Send one stream to the primary. I don't know what that. I've never seen that error before in my life. Y'all just let me know if we're still up and going. I would love to see them do a multi-stage raid gearing for those of us who are in-game solo players. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I'm so glad you brought that up. I wanted to talk about this before the end. In the raid that is coming, and if you weren't here at the first of the podcast, there is a new raid that is coming to Fallout 76. John Rush talked about that yesterday, and it's probably coming, I would say, in 2026 by the way he talked about it. I would like to see it tied more into the story and make it real, true, unexpected outcome, really true in game to Fallout 76. Because let's face it, the Queen, she's just not in game. I mean, it's good, but once you've fought the Queen once or twice, that's it. I want to make this raid very much in game for the higher level players, and I think you're right doing it because they've really gone against solo players, and I don't know why they do that. They say play any way you want to, but then they literally hurt you if you're a solo player. I don't think they should do that with the new raid that's coming on. So this is another thing I would love to suggest to Bethesda, that they do gear it toward not only story, but then experience-wise for that in-game, and make it where you can solo it or do it as a team as well. I think that's great, and I'm so glad you brought that back up again. Let's see. Mr. Skunk Nugget says you should be Human Kings one day and Ghoul King the second day. No, I refuse to be a Ghoul King because I hate that they've ghoulified my kings. I just hate it. Oh, well. Yes, I'm still looking forward to the TV show, but I hate that they've done that to my kings. It makes me cry. It makes me cry. I hope we get Fallout 4 creations. I want more New Vegas stuff like Father Elijah's hollow rifle, and I'm sorry, I cannot see good today. Displacer glove. I want the cut content added as well. That's what I want. I want the underwater stuff added back to Fallout 4. Also, talking about Fallout 76, again, I encourage y'all, please write a ticket, write a suggestion on their Discord to add back in the Prickett's Fort battle. I think that would be fantastic. There's still things that was in the original, not talking about Fallout 4, but also Fallout 76 that they've never added. There's those voting terminals that are all over the West Virginia wasteland. There was a whole quest line on that. I would love to see that added back in as well. But yes, add that cut content back in. That stuff just sitting there waiting on you to work on it just a little bit and come back in. Unexpected Outcome says, but they look a little attractive for ghouls. Fallout Season 2, first 2 episodes are premiering on the 24th to the press. Very cool. That's awesome to hear. I want the jack-o'-lantern skin for the Fixer. Yes, that would be awesome as well. Let's see. Dale says, all I have to say about that is Steam sale is going on right now. If I missed your comment, please give it to me again right here at the end of the stream. I'm sorry if I did miss it. By the way, if y'all tuned in late, we covered a lot of news. We covered Fallout 76 news, Fallout 4 news, Fallout 3 Remastered news, Fallout New Vegas Remastered news, and even the gaming awards and what we may see. I do want to ask y'all, what do you think we might see from Bethesda at the gaming awards? Are they going to whiff on us again and not show anything? Or will we finally get to see that Starfield DLC that's coming? Or are they going to wait and shadow drop it? I really get to see that Starfield DLC that's coming. Or are they going to wait and shadow drop it? I know that he's going to shadow drop everything. Announcement. Again, I don't think so, but he'll say 2027 for the Elder Scrolls. We'll hear about it until late next year. But that's just me. And then Is there anything Fallout? We might hear something about Fallout 76. That would be a good time to tell us what's coming in March for Fallout 76. That is a possibility. But as far as the Fallout 3 remastered, Fallout New Vegas remastered, I don't think they're far enough along yet for us to hear about them in December. I wish they would open up the guest rooms at the White Springs. Yes, ma'am. I wish they would do that, not only at the White Spring, but have y'all noticed just how many buildings are boarded up in West Virginia? And it's going to upset you when you go to Burning Springs. And I really noticed this. There was even more buildings boarded up in Burning Springs, the Ohio. So I love exploring. That's my favorite thing to do in a Fallout game. So it's very, very, very disappointing when they board up all the buildings. I know it makes it easier. I know it don't render as much stuff because they don't have to load in as much stuff, but still, boy. Will Morgan says, every Bethesda game that I've played right now, my main Bethesda game is Starfield, so I hope this wonderful game gets its DLC and more updates. It's going to get a major DLC. It's going to get a PlayStation port, and it's going to get a Switch 2 port, and all of that is coming this spring. I'm just wondering if we're going to hear about it before we get it. I'm with you. I'm ready to go back to Starfield and play some more, and I hope they really do a good job. I would say this about the DLC for Starfield. I hope it is kind of like Shattered Space in just one system, so they do it more local, but I hope it affects the original map as well. Do you know what I mean by that? I hope, if y'all remember, like in Skyrim, when the Dragonborn DLC came out, you could run into those Dragonborn guys anywhere in the map. You know, it changed little things within the map. Same thing with the vampire hunters as well. So I hope Shattered Space just felt really, really shallow to me. It didn't affect the rest of the map. Even if you took what's her name with you, the Varun lady. I mean, they didn't even put extra dialogue in for her a lot. I mean, it's just crazy. Maybe they couldn't get that voice actor. I don't know, but Bethesda used to do all the little things and surprise you here and there, and it just seems like they've fallen short on those. But yes, I can't wait to get back into Starfield, and I hope they really do something really, really, really good for us. Avoid the Amazon Fallout TV show merch. It has spoilers as the canon ending of Fallout New Vegas. Interesting. Thank you for that warning. Let's see. They're going to spoof us. I'm sorry, King. I think it's going to be a goose egg at the Game Awards. Yep. I'm with you. Because I sit there and go out. I really think Todd's going to shadow drop everything now. So I believe the Starfield DLC is probably going to be shadow dropped because we always have a spring event for Microsoft. And I believe that's probably when we're going to hear about it and when we're going to get it. And I believe he's going to do the same thing with all the others. And with the Elder Scrolls 2, he's going to wait as close as he can to when they release that game before we hear anything about it. Dale says he already canceled his Game Pass. I don't blame you. Upgrade the game engine so they can use DLSS. Yes, it does need to have that. Absolutely. We need to lower our expectations of Bethesda. They were bought by Microsoft and not funded. It definitely has changed, hasn't it? It definitely has changed, and I hate to see that. I want them to get back to the Bethesda of old, but we'll see. It definitely is, and they say again, Bethesda is a skeleton crew of newbies. They're not a skeleton crew. They are bigger than they've ever been before. In fact, Maryland has over 400 people. But yes, they are newbies. Most of the good ones we knew have already gone, sadly. Unexpected Outcome says, my Starfield DLC would be to go through Unity, travel back through time, and end up on Earth and my main quest line would be to try to stop the scientists from destroying Earth's atmosphere. I love that. I love that. I really thought Shattered Space was going to be when you went through the Unity, you came out and everything was shattered. In other words, in this dimension or whatever you call it, everything's messed up and everything has been changed a little bit. I really thought that, and I still think that would be a great idea for a coming DLC as well. Hey, y'all be sure and like this video before you get out of here. I really appreciate y'all being here today. JD says, let's hope if they upgrade Creation Engine 2 to the Creation Engine 3, it doesn't take as long like with Starfield. Microsoft's not going to let them do that ever again. I'm telling y'all. And you know, I know Todd wants to have his fingers on everything, but when you have, and I'm not going to rant, but when you have 4 studios, there's no reason to stop production on games to do something else. You've got 4 studios. You know what I mean? While that engine was being upgraded, y'all think about this. While the engine was being upgraded and while Fallout 76 was getting developed, both of those time periods, there was not a single player game under development. Now, you want to count up how long that was? Between the development of Fallout 76 and the redoing of the Creation Engine, all those years, there was not one single player game even being worked on. That is crazy to me. And that's what I say is total mismanagement. You have 4 studios. Don't do that ever again. And again, Microsoft's not going to let them do that. So if there's one good thing that came of the Microsoft acquisition, and if there's one good thing that came through all those layoffs and everything else, it was the reorganization of Bethesda Game Studios. Todd Howard is a great game developer. But as far as managing all the 4 studios, I think he's not done a good job, in my opinion. Well, that explains why Bethesda was losing money and ended up on the rocks. Yes, there is no excuse. Thank y'all for joining us today for the KingCast. I appreciate it so much. Y'all make my day. I love Saturday so much, and I love hanging out with y'all. This hour goes by so fast. We thank the Queen for stopping by today as well. I love you guys, and I don't just say that. That's not a word I throw around. I love y'all because y'all have supported me from day one. Y'all are the best subscribers on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the super chats that were given today. Thank you for the members. Y'all keep us afloat here at the King's house. I do this because I need the money. I love it, but I do it because I need the money. So thank y'all so much for that.